What did New York look like before skyscrapers, before subways, before it became the city that never sleeps? Today, we're going back in time using original paintings and engravings made by artists who actually stood there. Through their eyes, and with modern reconstruction, we'll see New York as it was in the 1700s, snow-covered villages, busy harbors, and a city about to change forever. 1746, the Wall Street, Ferry Landing, Manhattan, 1746. Cross the East River and everything feels different. This is the ferry landing at the foot of Wall Street. Yes, Wall Street once ran straight into the water. This spot was the heart of early Manhattan. Every day, people crossed between Manhattan and Brooklyn. Merchants hauling goods, travelers on horseback, sailors tying up their boats. You can see a simple pavilion where passengers waited. Behind it stand buildings with stepped Dutch gables, leftovers from New Amsterdam. Proof that this city began as a Dutch colony. 1760, a Brooklyn winter. Forget the Brooklyn you know. This is farmland, quiet, slow. Small wooden houses sit among snow-covered fields and dirt roads. When winter came, life nearly stopped. Families cut firewood just to survive. Neighbors gather in small groups. Children play near the road. A horse waits beside a sled. Smoke rises from every chimney as families fight the cold. Brooklyn followed the rhythm of farming. People grew food, raised animals, traded locally. Winter meant one thing: make it to spring. 1763, Fort George and British control. By 1763, everything has changed. The British now control New York. This is Fort George at the southern tip of Manhattan. Look at the harbor. Merchant ships, British warships, endless movement. Cannons point toward the water. The British flag flies above. The message is simple: control the harbor, and you control New York. 1765, Harlem farmland. Now to Harlem, 1765. And no, not that Harlem. This is open countryside. A few houses spaced far apart, long grass, rolling hills, small boats used for fishing, not business. Behind the homes, thick forest stretches into the distance. Hard to believe this peaceful land will one day become a crowded urban neighborhood. But in the 1700s, the city hadn't reached this far. Life here was slow, rural, and far from the busy port downtown. 1775, the harbor on the eve of revolution. 10 years later, the calm is gone. The harbor in 1775 is loud and crowded. Ships are built, loaded, repaired. Workers fill the docks. British soldiers stand beside sailors and merchants. Supplies move non-stop. Why? The American Revolution is beginning. New York's location makes it priceless. Whoever controls this harbor gains a massive advantage. You see it in the ships, huge merchants, small rowboats, and military vessels. The buildings are no longer just homes. They are warehouses, workshops, engines of war and trade. 1775, the post office and the spread of ideas. That same year, something quieter changes everything. This building is one of New York's early postal centers, part of a system organized by Benjamin Franklin. For the first time, information moves on a schedule. Before this, letters took weeks. News arrived late, rumors ruled. Now, political writings, reports from other colonies, and updates about British actions move steadily through this place. The post office doesn't just deliver letters, it delivers revolution. 1776, a city ready for war. By 1776, New York looks like a real city. Busy wharves, rows of houses, church spires in the skyline, constant movement on the water. The shoreline is organized and purposeful. This is the moment New York stops being a colonial town and starts becoming a major city. And it happens as independence is declared. The colonies rebel. New York becomes a prize both sides want. Both sides need this city. 1776 to 1783, British occupation. After the Battle of Long Island, the British take New York. They will hold it for 7 years. British soldiers march through the streets. Officers ride on horseback. Civilians watch quietly. It looks calm. But under the surface is fear, tension, and doubt. Fires destroy parts of the city. Food runs short. People hide their loyalties. New York becomes a center of soldiers, prisoners, spies, and secrets. For 7 years, New Yorkers live under foreign rule. Closing. The city that would become a giant. These images show a New York most people never imagine. Snowy villages, quiet farms, crowded docks, tense streets. When the war ends and the British leave, the city is changed. But it is also ready. Soon it becomes America's capital, then a great port, then a global city. Even in the 1700s, you can see it forming. New York has always been shaped by movement, trade, struggle, and ordinary people living through extraordinary times. This isn't just history. It's the foundation of everything that came after. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll never look at New York the same way.